don't skip this. What if every challenge in your life could be the key to your personal growth? As Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Have you ever faced a difficult situation and felt stuck, unsure how to move forward? What if I told you that this very challenge might hold the key to unlocking your true potential? In this video, we're diving into how you can transform obstacles into opportunities for growth, using the principles of Stoic philosophy. By embracing challenges, you don't just learn to survive, you learn to thrive. I'll show you how to shift your mindset and use setbacks as stepping stones toward becoming your best self. Stay tuned. By the end of this video, you'll have practical tools to turn every challenge into an opportunity for growth and resilience. Like this video if you're ready to embrace challenges, and don't forget to subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official for more wisdom on Stoic motivation and personal growth. Number 1. Challenges as opportunities to discover a new self. Imagine you're faced with a tough situation, perhaps a setback in your career, a personal challenge, or an unexpected obstacle. In these moments, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and even question your strength. But this is exactly where Stoic philosophy offers its greatest insight. Every challenge is an opportunity to discover a new version of yourself. Let's take a step back and look at the essence of Stoicism. The Stoics believed that we don't control the world around us, but we do control how we respond to it. This is a core principle in building resilience. When you embrace challenges instead of avoiding them, you begin to see them as the tools for growth they truly are. You see, it's not the challenge itself that defines you. It's your response to it that reveals your character. In moments of hardship, we have the chance to test our limits, push past our comfort zones, and ultimately cultivate a growth mindset. With each struggle, we are given the opportunity to evolve, learn, and grow into a stronger version of ourselves. Think about it. Every setback offers you a chance to pause, reflect, and ask, what can I learn from this? Whether it's a failure at work, a strained relationship, or a personal limitation, every obstacle presents an opening to become better. This is how the Stoics would approach any challenge. They wouldn't shy away from it, but face it head-on, knowing it was part of their journey to self-improvement. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus put it simply, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This reaction, this ability to rise above, is what defines your resilience. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back from adversity. It's about growing stronger with each difficulty. So when life throws challenges your way, don't see them as roadblocks. Instead, view them as opportunities to cultivate a positive growth mindset that leads to personal growth. By embracing challenges, you can turn every hardship into a stepping stone towards your better self. Each moment of difficulty gives you the chance to transform setbacks into opportunities for growth, to build resilience and truly learn about yourself. This is the essence of Stoic living. Finding peace not in the absence of challenges, but in our ability to adapt and thrive through them. In practice, this means shifting your perspective. Instead of thinking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" Every challenge holds a lesson, a way to discover a deeper strength within you. By reflecting on your experiences and integrating these lessons, you unlock the door to your own potential. Number 2. Transforming fear into motivation. Fear, it's something everyone experiences, especially when faced with the unknown. Whether it's a new challenge at work, a difficult personal decision, or the fear of failure, it's natural to feel paralyzed by it. But Stoicism teaches us that fear doesn't have to hold us back. In fact, we can transform fear into the very motivation that drives our growth. The Stoics believe that fear is a product of our thoughts. It's not the situation itself that causes fear, but our perception of it. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, reminded us, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the very thing we fear can be the catalyst for our greatest achievements. Take a moment and think about the last time you felt fear. Perhaps it was the fear of failure, of making the wrong choice, or of not living up to your potential. Now, imagine that fear is no longer a wall standing between you and success. Instead, it is a fuel that propels you forward. This shift in mindset is key to building resilience and embracing challenges for self-improvement. Fear often arises from uncertainty. We fear what we can't control, what we don't fully understand. But as Stoics, we must remember that there are only two things we can control: our thoughts and our actions. When fear arises, instead of letting it control you, use it as a prompt to focus on what you can control. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? And then ask, how can I handle that? This is the foundation of turning fear into motivation. Instead of avoiding discomfort, you step into it. When you face fear head-on, you're forced to confront your own limitations, and in doing so, you push past them. This is how you cultivate resilience. The ability to face life's challenges with a steady mind and a firm commitment to personal growth. Fear is often a sign that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. It's a signal that you're on the verge of something new, something that could lead to great personal development. The key is not to shy away from this fear, but to lean into it. This is where true growth happens. By facing fear directly, you give yourself the opportunity to cultivate a growth mindset, to learn from each experience, and to build a foundation of resilience that will help you navigate future challenges. Take the fear of failure, for example. Many people avoid trying new things because they fear they will fail. But failure is not something to be afraid of. It's simply a step in the process of self-growth and resilience. The Stoics taught us that failure is inevitable, but how we respond to it is what defines us. Instead of fearing failure, we should embrace it as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. Fear doesn't have to paralyze you. When you recognize it, embrace it, and use it as motivation, you begin to transform your life. Every time you turn fear into action, you grow stronger. Fear becomes not a barrier, but a tool. A reminder that you are pushing yourself toward greater self-discovery and growth. Number 3. Learning to accept imperfection. In the pursuit of personal growth, it's easy to fall into the trap of perfectionism. We often set impossible standards for ourselves, believing that only by achieving flawless results can we feel accomplished or worthy. But Stoicism teaches us an important lesson. Imperfection is not our enemy. It is an essential part of our journey towards self-improvement and resilience. When we accept that imperfection is a part of life, we free ourselves from the burden of unrealistic expectations. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, said it best: "What we do now echoes in eternity." But what happens if we fall short of perfection in the present moment? According to Stoicism, it is not our mistakes that define us, but how we respond to them. Life is inherently unpredictable and filled with obstacles and setbacks. The Stoics taught that the key to navigating these challenges lies not in avoiding failure, but in accepting it as part of the process. Perfectionism often leads to frustration, anxiety, and self-doubt because it requires that we control things beyond our influence. However, the Stoic mindset emphasizes focusing on what is within our control: our actions, our thoughts, and our response to external events. By learning to accept imperfection, we embrace the very essence of what it means to be human. We allow ourselves the space to fail, learn, and grow. This mindset fosters resilience because it prepares us to face life's setbacks with grace, rather than fear. Each challenge, each failure, becomes an opportunity to strengthen our character and deepen our self-awareness. Think about the last time you made a mistake. Maybe you felt disheartened, as if you had failed not just in your actions, but in your very worth. But Stoicism encourages us to view failure differently. Instead of allowing it to define us, we can choose to view it as a chance to grow. Every imperfection, every misstep, is part of the process of self-discovery. Rather than dwelling on what went wrong, the Stoics would suggest you ask, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to become better? The key is to recognize that life is not a race toward perfection. It's a journey toward growth and resilience. The Stoics embraced this understanding and practiced it daily. They knew that achieving a perfect outcome was not the goal. Learning, adapting, and becoming a better version of ourselves. In fact, sometimes it is our imperfections that make us who we are, and they reveal to us our deepest strengths. When you accept imperfection, you free yourself from the anxiety of trying to control every aspect of your life. You begin to see obstacles as opportunities to refine your character and develop a growth mindset. You learn to embrace the challenges, setbacks, and failures that come your way, not as signs of weakness, but as essential parts of your evolution. This acceptance of imperfection does not mean complacency. It means recognizing that the road to self-improvement is messy, unpredictable, and imperfect. And that is perfectly okay. Number 4. Finding opportunity in failure. In our journey of personal growth, failure often feels like the ultimate setback. It can shake our confidence and make us question our abilities. But according to Stoic philosophy, failure is not the end. It is simply a new beginning. It is an opportunity, an invitation to learn, adapt, and ultimately grow stronger. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." This idea underscores an essential principle of Stoicism. Failure is not something to fear, but something to embrace. Rather than being discouraged by failure, we should seek out the lessons it offers. Every failure contains a seed of growth, a chance to reflect, adjust, and improve. When we face failure, the first instinct is often to avoid it or wish it away. We may feel frustrated or embarrassed, thinking we've lost something or that we've fallen short of our potential. But Stoicism teaches us that failure is an inevitable part of life. It is not a reflection of our self-worth, but a moment in time when we can reevaluate our actions and decisions. The real failure lies not in the misstep, but in failing to learn from it. So, how do we turn failure into an opportunity? The Stoic approach is straightforward. Examine your response to failure. When we experience setbacks, we can either let them define us or we can use them as a tool for growth. In moments of failure, we have the power to pause, reflect, and ask ourselves, what went wrong? What could I have done differently? What lesson can I take forward with me? This reflection is the key to transforming failure into a valuable lesson. Rather than succumbing to negative emotions or self-doubt, we can channel those feelings into motivation for improvement. The Stoics didn't just talk about resilience. They practiced it. They understood that failure is an opportunity to cultivate a growth mindset, to challenge our assumptions, and to fine-tune our approach. In addition, failure can help us build resilience. When we face challenges head-on and learn from them, we develop the mental toughness necessary to overcome future obstacles. Each failure becomes a stepping stone, a part of the process that ultimately leads us closer to our goals. As we learn to embrace failure rather than resist it, we start to see it for what it truly is, a tool for self-discovery and a necessary part of personal growth. Think about the most difficult moments of your life, the times when you felt like giving up or when things seemed to fall apart. Looking back, can you see the opportunities that arose from those struggles? In many cases, failure leads us to a new path, a new perspective, or a new way of thinking. In fact, some of the most successful individuals throughout history have credited their failures as the catalysts for their greatest achievements. They didn't see failure as a roadblock. They saw it as a necessary part of the journey. To truly grow, we must learn to find opportunity in failure. When we face setbacks, we don't need to see them as defeats. Instead, we can use them as chances to develop our resilience, shift our mindset, and emerge stronger. Stoicism teaches us that every failure contains a valuable lesson, and it is our responsibility to seek that lesson out. Number 5. Patience is the key to success. In today's fast-paced world, patience often feels like a forgotten virtue. We are surrounded by the desire for instant results, whether it's achieving career success, mastering a new skill, or improving ourselves. Yet Stoic philosophy teaches us that patience is not just a passive waiting game. It's a vital skill that shapes our ability to navigate life's challenges and ultimately achieve lasting success. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This idea speaks to the heart of patience. Challenges and delays are not obstacles to our progress. They are essential parts of the journey. When we practice patience, we are not standing still. We are giving ourselves the time and space to grow, reflect, and act when the moment is right. The key to cultivating patience lies in understanding that success is not immediate. It is the result of continuous effort over time. We often look for quick fixes, shortcuts, or overnight transformations. But the Stoics remind us that real progress takes time. It is the daily, incremental actions that lead to personal growth. Each step, even if it feels small or insignificant at the moment, is part of a larger process that builds toward success. Patience doesn't mean doing nothing. Rather, it means doing the right things at the right time, with steady perseverance. Stoic wisdom teaches us to focus on what we can control and to let go of the urge to rush. When we learn to be patient, we become more resilient, more capable of handling setbacks, and more prepared to face whatever challenges lie ahead. Think about the process of personal growth. It's easy to get frustrated when we don't see immediate results, whether we are working on a new habit or striving to reach a long-term goal. But the Stoic mindset teaches us that true growth is a slow and steady process. It's about making the right choices every day, knowing that success is built on small, consistent actions. Rushing the process often leads to burnout, disappointment, or failure. Patience, on the other hand, helps us maintain a balanced perspective and continue our efforts without losing heart. In fact, patience allows us to learn and adapt. The more patient we are, the more time we have to reflect, understand, and adjust our approach. This gives us the space to cultivate a growth mindset, turning challenges into opportunities for self-improvement. The journey to success is rarely linear. It's filled with detours, setbacks, and unexpected challenges. Patience enables us to persist through these moments without becoming disheartened. Moreover, patience teaches us to trust the process. Success is not always immediately visible, but by committing to steady effort over time, we build the resilience needed to overcome obstacles. Instead of focusing on quick wins, the Stoics urge us to appreciate the journey itself. Each day brings us closer to our goals, as long as we remain consistent in our efforts. In embracing patience, we transform our approach to success. We stop seeking shortcuts and start focusing on the long-term process. Success is not a destination. It's the ongoing practice of doing the right things consistently. Patience is the foundation that supports this process. It is the quiet, steady force that propels us forward, no matter how slow the progress may seem. Number 6. The key to self-improvement. In the pursuit of self-improvement, many of us chase external success, whether it's professional achievements, recognition, or validation from others. However, Stoic philosophy teaches us that the true key to self-improvement lies within, in the mastery of self-awareness and confidence. These inner qualities empower us to navigate life's challenges with resilience and authenticity, leading to lasting change and growth. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which all personal development rests. Without it, we remain blind to our strengths, weaknesses, and potential. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic leader, often reflected on the importance of understanding one's own nature. He wrote, "Know yourself, and the world will know you." This simple yet profound wisdom reminds us that understanding our own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors is the first step toward meaningful change. Only when we are truly aware of who we are, our desires, fears, motivations, and blind spots, can we begin to make deliberate, positive changes in our lives. Being self-aware allows us to recognize patterns in our behavior that may be holding us back. It invites us to question our assumptions and challenge the beliefs that limit us. For example, many of us unconsciously limit our potential because we believe that we are not worthy of success, or that we must meet unrealistic standards. By developing self-awareness, we become conscious of these limiting beliefs and can begin to shift our mindset toward growth. Confidence is the natural companion to self-awareness. The Stoics believe that confidence is not about arrogance or overestimation of oneself, but about trusting in one's ability to handle whatever life presents. Confidence is rooted in a deep sense of self-assurance, cultivated through self-awareness. When we understand our strengths and weaknesses, we can confidently navigate life's challenges, knowing that we are equipped to deal with them. However, confidence is not something we are born with. It is developed through consistent action. When we act in alignment with our values and beliefs, we strengthen our confidence. Each time we face fear or adversity and choose to take action despite it, our belief in ourselves grows. The Stoics believe that virtue, or living in accordance with reason and nature, is the key to confidence. When we make choices that align with our values, we build inner strength and trust in our abilities. Self-awareness and confidence go hand in hand. Self-awareness gives us the clarity to know what areas we need to work on, and confidence gives us the courage to take action. Together, they create a powerful feedback loop. The more we learn about ourselves, the more confident we become in our ability to improve. And the more confident we become, the more we are motivated to keep learning and growing. Imagine a situation where you are faced with a difficult decision, whether it's in your personal life or career. Without self-awareness, you may act impulsively or make choices based on fear or insecurity. But when you know yourself, you can approach the situation with calmness and clarity, making a decision that aligns with your true values and goals. This is where confidence steps in, trusting that, no matter the outcome, you have the strength to handle it and learn from it. As we come to the end of this video, remember that true self-improvement starts from within. By embracing self-awareness and confidence, we build the foundation for lasting change and resilience. Life is full of challenges, but as the Stoics teach us, they are opportunities to grow. The key is to act with courage, knowing that every step, no matter how small, is progress toward becoming the best version of yourself. Now, I encourage you to take action, reflect on your journey, and identify areas where you can grow. What is one thing you can do today to start building self-awareness or confidence? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next video, which will be even more insightful. Tune in tomorrow at 7 a.m. for more Stoic wisdom to help you along your journey.